What's up, everybody? It's Trey Smith, one half of the Blue Bloods College Game Time podcast, and today I want to talk about sunny Southern California, the USC Trojans, and a big family reunion that could be happening. Before we get into it, please hit subscribe. If you're from the West Coast and you're watching this video, hit subscribe right now. It's Blue Bloods CGT College Game Time. We drop fresh college sports content every single day. Okay, so there's a lot of smoke right now. A lot of smoke around a possible reunion of Caleb Williams, the quarterback, the former five-star quarterback, former starting quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners, who was a true freshman this past season, who's currently in the transfer portal, and Mario Williams, the former highly rated four-star wide receiver, a part of the same recruiting class as Caleb Williams. Both went to OU. In fact, Mario Williams was, I think, the number 4 overall wide receiver in the country coming out. Both had great freshman years at OU. There's a lot of smoke about both of these guys, both Caleb Williams and Mario Williams, reuniting with each other and with their former head coach, Lincoln Riley, at USC. Caleb Williams, it sounds like, is going to be making a trip to the West Coast very soon, if he hasn't gotten there already, to both visit USC and UCLA. Rumors are that Lincoln Riley has already made contact with Caleb and has attempted to make contact with Caleb's father. Caleb's father would prefer to meet with him in person. So it sounds like the trip is happening. It's only a matter of if. It's only a matter of when, not if. Mario Williams, on the other hand, is currently in Los Angeles. Some think it's for tending to an injury, but others think that he's there taking a visit to USC, see the campus, see the university. And here's what Mario Williams has already kind of gone on record and said. He said that he wouldn't mind or would prefer to continue playing with his quarterback, Caleb Williams. So if Lincoln Riley can pull this off, where he brings in both his former starting quarterback from this past season, or at least the starting quarterback that he finished the season with, and then a highly touted, very good up-and-coming wide receiver who both would be immediately eligible, both would have 3 years of eligibility remaining in Mario Williams and Caleb Williams. If he can manage to snag both of these guys, first off, Lincoln Riley will be banned from the state of Oklahoma. He will probably never be accepted or allowed to travel there ever again. But here's what it means for the USC football program. You're back. You're back. Yes, getting those two guys back with Lincoln Riley amongst all the other guys he's going to bring in and the talent that's already on the roster, your team's back. And here's what I mean by that. You will have a top 5 offense in the country. You will have a Heisman finalist. Okay, if you look at USC this past season, in every game they lost, gosh, I want to say they were giving up, they didn't score more than 30 points or so. With Lincoln Riley and bringing these two guys in, and I think Lincoln Riley would do this anyways, but I'm saying he does it immediately if he gets Caleb Williams and Mario Williams. He has USC putting up the same kind of numbers he had OU putting up, which was in the past 5 seasons, OU's offense has averaged 43.4 points per game. If you do that in the Pac-12, that's all you have to do in the Pac-12. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Lincoln Riley's defense and You average 43.4 points per game in the Pac-12. You're playing for a Pac-12 championship. That's the bottom line. Okay. You get Mario Williams and Caleb Williams. Like I said, you have a Heisman finalist. You have a top 5 offense. And you're likely playing for a Pac-12 championship. And to be honest with you, your season is going to come down to 3 games. Okay. At Utah, which is, I think, in mid-October in 2022. At UCLA, and then against Notre Dame at home to close out the year. Now, if USC wins those 3 games, they are being talked about as a potential playoff team next year. I guarantee it. And that Notre Dame game may not be as big as I'm kind of anticipating it being right now where I'm sitting right now, because here's what I'm projecting for Notre Dame. If that team has only won 6, 7, maybe even 8 games. They've lost 3, maybe 4 games by that point in the year going into that game. There's going to be so much smoke around Urban Meyer possibly becoming the head coach there that I think that team will be so distracted that USC handles and takes care of business. Now, I don't know that it could end up being a top 5 matchup for all we know, top 10 matchup. However, if those guys go to USC That team will be back, and in year one, I guarantee you they're competing for a Pac-12 championship. And depending on the outcome of those 3 games I just mentioned, could determine if we're talking about the Trojans as a potential playoff team in 2022. You've heard it here first. Reunited, and it feels so good. Could that be happening? I don't know. It sure is seeming like it, and I'm telling you right now, that would completely accelerate, if you want to call it a rebuild, or accelerate the timetable for success that Lincoln Riley has at USC. That's what he was hired to do. That's why he got paid the big bucks and all the bells and whistles and the private jets and the extra money on top of the houses being bought. All that stuff. That's what he was brought to USC to do. And if he pulls this off, look out, because the Trojans will be back. Please hit subscribe, and USC fans, fight on.